Hi, I'm Dana Brown. In this tutorial, we're going to see how to add tables to a PDF document using the PDFTable class and the PDFTableDataSource Class Interface, which are available starting with Xojo 2022 Release 3. This way, you will be able to add tables to a PDF without requiring any complex calculations or adding new pages yourself. The PDFTable class will take care of everything. So the way PDFTable works is to render the table in combination with the PDFTableDataSource Class Interface. This means that you will be able to add it to any object or any class or subclass that you may create. For example, we added it to the window 1 in our project simply by selecting it in the navigator, clicking on the Choose button associated with the Interfaces field in the Inspector panel, and selecting the PDF table data source from all the entries listed. And once we select the checkbox associated with PDF table data source, then we'll confirm it by clicking the OK button. And we can see how the 5 methods of the PDF table data source class have been added to the window 1 object. These are the methods that will be called by the PDF table instance in our example in order to set both the required parameters and the cell contents during the table drawing. Add new row is the method called so that we will know if it's needed to add a new row to the table. And returning true will add a new row, so we're going to add a total of 100 rows to our table. If we return false in this method, then the PDF table instance will end the table drawing. The header height method is the one called so that you can set the desired height value when you're drawing a table header row. Here, our header row will have a height of 30 points. Paint cell is the method called in order to draw the real contents on every table's cell. As you can see in the method's signature, it receives its own graphic context, which means you will be able to use any of the existing properties and methods from the graphic class. The other 2 received parameters are the row and column values. So you can now use the position of the cell to be drawn in the table. In this case, the contents of the cell are random, so it may be just some text with the row and column values of the cell, or the drawing of an image previously added to the project. Or it may be drawing just a filled rectangle using random colors or some random desktop UI controls. The next method, paint header content, will be the one called by the PDF table instance in order to draw the header cell on every column of the table. As you can see, it receives as parameters its own graphic context and the value of the column header cell to be drawn. The last method, row height, is the one called so you can set the height value for the just added row. This way, it's possible to create a table with rows of variable heights. As for the PDF table itself, it is a really simple class. As you can see here, the first thing we do is to create a new instance from the PDF document, and then a new instance from the PDF table class. That class exposes a total of 4 properties, so you can set the number of columns for the table, the width of every one of these columns being such value a string with the desired column widths separated by a comma character, setting the data source property to the object that implements the PDF table data source class interface, and as you can see, is set to self because this code hangs from the window 1 object. That is the one that we added to the PDF table data source class interface. Next, the has repeating header property allows us to set if we want to repeat the table header on every new page added to the PDF. Then we only need to add the PDF table instance to the PDF document instance, calling the add table method and passing as arguments the table instance and the X and Y coordinate values where the table should be added to in the current page of the PDF document. Next, we only need to save the PDF document to a file on disk, and that's all. So let's run this example project to see how everything works. Here we keep the selection on the Repeat Headers checkbox, so the table header will be added on every new page of the document. Let's click the Create PDF button so the document is created on disk, and we open it to see how the generated table has the expected number of columns equally sized, with random contents on every cell of every one of the 100 rows added. And the rows have different heights, and the table header has been printed at the start of every new page that has been automatically added to the PDF document. So this is how you can start adding your own tables using PDF documents starting with Xojo 2022 Release 3. Thanks for watching.